All right, how's everybody doing? So we're going to do a very quick update on our fundraising campaign and our Winter Warriors Challenge. First, wanted to start off by just acknowledging a couple people who donated, and we're very generous. First one is Chantal, one of my friends from the real estate community. Thank you, Chantal. Lindsay Close also donated. Lindsay's one of the Runners Alley Racing Team stars, great marathoner and a really nice person. Thank you, Lindsay. Megan Henley and Justin Keith also donated. So did Brian Seaman, who's a really good ultra runner. Matt Daly, the better Elliott Matt, also on the Runners Alley Racing Team. He gave a very generous donation, so thank you, Matt. Heather Searles, who just started running with the group a little bit. She actually joined for a long run recently. She's a bit of a rock star runner. Hopefully we'll see her for more. Thank you for donating, Heather. Kevin St. Laurent, he's a streak runner. He's also on the team. I think he's run, Charlie can probably correct me, maybe 9,000 years in a row consecutively.
Something along those lines. Yeah, I think that's right.
So thanks to Kevin. And Chris Ritchie, who's also on the team, rock star down in Stratham, kind of became the #1 seed on the Runners Alley Racing Team and within the Seacoast Long Run Group. So he chipped in. For now, exactly. He's And last one donating today was Dan Bouchard, who I met through the Reach the Beach back in 2017. So thank you, Dan. So very quickly, I've got Shiloh with us today, who's one of the founding members of this team. Wanted to have him quickly introduce himself, and we're just going to go through a couple of questions here and some updates.
Great. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, no, I'm Shiloh Schulte. I live up in Kennebunk, Maine, in the far north edge of the Seacoast area. But I've been really pleased to be part of this group for years. It's one of the things that keeps you going on the long runs, is knowing there's a group of people out there suffering with you. So it's been really good.
Yeah, and if you miss a run, you're going to fall out of fitness, and then you won't be able to keep up with the next one. So.
You might not be allowed back into the group, things like that. Yeah, you have
to whole downward spiral, super fun.
Right. Try to avoid that.
So when did you start running, like somewhat competitively?
Well, I started running at all in January 2011, and then I did literally did a Couch to 5K program and ran a 5K that July, and discovered that I actually kind of like it. And that lasted a few years long enough to get me into it and start sticking with it. So whether or not I like it now, I'm running, and it's a thing I do.
That's the thing, becomes a habit, right?
Becomes a habit, you can't stop.
Yeah. So what would you say like your #1 accomplishment is, or your favorite accomplishment in running?
Well, that's a really good question, Matt. I'm glad you asked that. Let's see. I think it was Boston one of these years. Let me see if I can find it in here. Yeah, I think it was 2019.
I forget. It doesn't come up on every single run, so you can have to remind.
No. I thought you might have forgotten that in 2019 I ran a 2:36:08 at Boston. That was pretty good. That was
maybe the top main finisher. Maybe
I might have been the top main finisher that year. I might have a press clipping somewhere.
It's a good one.
Just throwing that out there. I might have that. Yeah, that was good. But I will say there's been a few other in the top 5. First time I ran with my kid. On the bridle path right down the road, finding your dog. That was actually legitimately in my top 5 moments running.
In mine too. Yep.
That was very solid.
Yeah, you gave us all quite a scare. So
yes.
All right. So for Winter Warriors, how many miles have you run so far? I think you're up there in like the top 5 or 6 in the whole thing, right? Top 4?
Last I checked.
Yeah,
a couple minutes ago. So I've run 111.4 miles, and I've walked an additional 20 or so with my dog. Hey, hang on a second. It's getting pretty warm in here. I just put this jacket on this one. Hang that up there. I think it's. Put that right over that. Yeah. Sorry. It's a little better now. I just got finished with my 11.4 mile run today. And it's still having trouble controlling my body temperature after that. Sometimes I get all cold and have to double up or
tends to happen. Yeah, I think things
triple up or something sometimes. But just throwing it out there. All right, sorry. I'll stop.
Good. So the most important question is, why do you think it's important that we're supporting the Chase Children's Home?
Right. No, that's a very good question. Very serious point. So. Early intervention with at-risk youth it's a life-changing thing. My wife works in labor and delivery in a community with a lot of at-risk people, and she sees this over and over again with families that get the help they need early on. It changes the trajectory of a kid's life. I mean, it can make even a small change at the beginning of their life can determine a huge amount of how that life goes. And so the Chase Home does great work with early intervention. They have a very long history of working with at-risk youth and providing that kind of support they need to have like positive long-term outcomes. So, I mean, if we're going to be doing out there running in the cold in the middle of winter, I'd like to be doing it to support a group that can do that kind of good work.
Yeah, well said. I feel the same. It's like we're going to be out there running a lot of miles one way or another, but hopefully some good will come of it. And I know talking to folks down there, obviously the pandemic has made their work a lot more complicated and difficult. Right. So really hoping that this will generate some support for them. So thanks for
more layers. Yeah. That's more comfortable. Sorry. Yeah.
So that's cool. Well, thanks for doing this, Shiloh. I will let you get back to it. But yeah, hopefully everybody will keep following along. Thanks for paying attention. And yeah, we look forward to kind of doing a few more of these and
Perfect.
Support us and support the Chase Home for Children if you can. So
yeah, definitely. Please donate. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks, Matt. Nice talking. All right.